Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Hi, it's Mama Cleo, guys. Today I wanted to talk about a topic that is very relevant to musicians and to the music industry, but also like literally everything else you could ever do, which is dealing with failure. I'm going to tell you about a bunch of times that I failed in music and why you should keep going on and why I should keep going on so I can remind myself. And then I also want to share with you the 2 funniest reviews that I've gotten on my songs, my original songs so far. Starting out when I was a tiny child, I was always obsessed with singing, but when you're like 7, it's very difficult to have a good voice. So I would just like screech all day and it was so bad. And I really believe that no one is born, well, some people are born with like natural gifts, like they're tall or something like that, or they have a pretty-ish voice. But I really think things just take like a lot of practice and muscle memory. So I remember the first time I could sing while I was like 12 and I was singing a Christmas song. And I was like, oh my God, finally I can sing. And yeah, so I think like just as a kid, I faced constant failure and being sucky until I was a bit older, had probably at least 5 to 7 years of practice, like singing at home and singing in plays and stuff like that until I was actually pretty okay. Or my second encounter with failure in the music world was in high school. I went to a high school for performing arts and there were a lot of very talented kids there. And literally every single day I had to sing in front of my peers, some of who sang like Aretha Franklin or Whitney Houston basically. And when you're 14 and your voice is still developing, it's so embarrassing to sing in front of everyone you know and to have them laugh at you and tell you the bad things about your voice. It was really bad. We remembered like everyone's quirks, like some people sing with their head in a weird position. We would all remember it and make fun of it. It was really, really harsh. So that was another time that I had to face constant failure in life, in singing life anyway, which was really great and, well, really great for me to build tough skin. And then my junior year of high school, I took a songwriting class. And it was a class full of hipsters, mostly hipster guys. No offense, I love them and I think they're super talented, but I just didn't fit in. Even in high school, I wrote really silly, crazy, manic, sexy songs. Like I wrote the song about being in love with cotton candy, like all kinds of weird stuff like that. Robots make me lose my mind. There is nothing they can't find. Robots. These were like all of my songs. They made no sense. They were just fun. You know, they were very mamacleo-ish. I haven't changed that much. And people used to like laugh at me. They were like, that's not real music. Pop isn't real music. And no one wanted to help me in the class. Like no instrumentalist wanted to play with me. My teacher gave me like a pretty shitty grade and I was so discouraged, you guys. I actually stopped writing music for a long time because of that, because I thought that I was just really bad and that my songs were too basic, or maybe I didn't understand it correctly. It wasn't possible for me to do. And honestly, yeah, I stopped writing music for a really long time because of that. And I've only really started writing again within the last year, like in the last 6 months. Thank God. Because let me tell you something. If you love a type of music the way that I love pop and jazzy music and how it can bring a deeper message to the world without being super abstract, and it can actually reach more people because it is commercial and because it can be played in that many more places. If you feel that way about a genre of music, the way that I feel about pop, then you should know that there are people out there who feel the same way as you. You might not find them all hanging out in your songwriting class in one area of the world, but there are definitely people out there who will listen to you and listen to what you think and what you have to say and sing. So I've finally overcome that now. Then in college, I auditioned for school musicals every single semester, and I got rejected every single semester. And I don't really think it had much to do with my voice. I think I was really shy in auditions. Hard to believe, right? I was shy in auditions, and I also wasn't friends with anyone who was putting on the plays, and all of their best friends got casted, no matter how good or bad they were at singing and acting. So that sucked. That made me feel like, wow, I can't even do well in a school production. Great, I want to be a singer in the real world. What the fuck am I gonna do? So then I started auditioning for Broadway shows. I got rejected. People were like, oh, you're pretty voice, but whatever. Rejection. You know, it leads you to want to do something else. I've tried a billion other careers. I can't do them. I only want to do this. And that's when I decided that I just have to pave my way and go straight ahead, knock down all the barriers, deal with all of the rejection. And let me tell you something, the rejection has not gotten any better. Plenty of people block me on Instagram. They send me mean messages. I got 2 hilarious reviews, which I will, I've gotten many bad reviews, but I've gotten a few really funny ones that I'll share with you in a second. But I also just want to say that out of all of the sadness that happens, or the negativity from being rejected, or from having someone tell you that they think your song sucks, really, that is so outshined by the amount of support and love and happiness you get from being a musician or from doing what you really love. Like, I can't tell you how happy it makes me when someone tells me that they liked my music, or that something I said inspired them. It makes going through all of that crap really worth it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. So here is the first funny review. It's for my song Shop. It is, yeah. So here's the first funny review. It's about my song Shop. It's basically this guy just going on and on about the song, and then at the end he has a nice little message for me. Shop. A fun, energetic anthem for financial irresponsibility. Fans will either love this or be ready to dance, or find its message repulsive. But either way, it's got a good groove. For full pop effect, I'd expect a stronger melodic hook. Anyway, most of the music we feature is much more down-tempo. Have fun at the mall. Have fun at the mall? You really had to put that in there, buddy. It's just not nice at all. I laughed so hard when I read that last line, because I was just like, why was that necessary? It's like a big F you. Like, your song's mediocre, you obviously have problems, but have fun at the mall. Okay, here's the second one. It's even better. This is for whatever mama wants. A strangely exotic brew, that's for sure. Artie moves, and a singer who appears from nowhere and seems to have a gift for spinning a rich aroma from a patchwork of instrumental minimalism. There are faintly Eastern influences here, so perhaps a spell is being cast, and we are the intended recipients. Interesting, but a little too kooky for me. You know, he's on to me. I have been trying to put you all under my spell. How did you know? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little video with some funny stories, and also just about the topic of failure. Failure is something we all have to deal with, and I'm just gonna say this. If you're not failing, you're not getting closer to your dream, usually. So make sure that you embrace the fact that days are going to suck, things are going to suck, you're going to get hurt, you're going to be crushed when people tell you that you can't do something, but you have to keep remembering inside that you can and you will, and every time you fail, you get a little bit closer to your goal. So I love you, have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit subscribe if you're on YouTube.